Hello and welcome to my channel. I decided to do a comparison of the 3 art subscription boxes that I got in 4 days. So what ended up happening was I got the SketchBox first on Wednesday, then on Friday I got the ScrawlrBox, and on Saturday the ArtSnacks showed up. And I figured since they all came together, the ScrawlrBox is technically the July one, but it came in the middle of the August ones for SketchBox and ArtSnacks. So I decided to compare them all 3. So just a little preface, my reason for getting a art subscription box wasn't to necessarily get a huge value. It's really awesome when you can get things discounted through a subscription box, but it was more to be introduced to different art supplies and maybe different ways to use the art supplies and thinking out of the box in general. So that's my intention with all art subscription boxes. And so far, it's only been 2 months of it. It has been like that. I've really appreciated it. But having a limited budget at the moment, it really became, I have to consider that. So if I have something that's completely under what the company values it and under what I pay, that is problematic. And I think some people will guess which one that was. But here's all of them. SketchBox, we got really fun with acrylic gouache. We had these liners, this chalk pencil, a paintbrush, a Copic multi-liner pen, and this really cool fluid graphite with a set of paper, which was really awesome. I thought that the gouache and the fluid graphite went together pretty well, and it was something that I thought was a unique a combination that was inspiring me to do more. So I was very excited for that, and I cannot wait till I have some more time and I have this piece that I'm planning. I'm really excited for. So that was really awesome. For the ScrawlrBox, this is the July one. I don't know how I got it in July still. I live in the US. When I signed up for the subscription, I also bought an extra previous box, and it's still not here, so I don't know what happened. So we got these alcohol inks from Marabu, as well as a straw, a pipette, a paintbrush, and a pad of paper of non-porous paper, which it was very unique. I love the experience of just having some messy art, and it was something I've seen people do it online, and I'm like, nah, it's not for me. But getting in a box, I loved it because it made me try it, and I hope to try it again in the future. So these 2 I had fun experiences with. ArtSnacks. I drew a dragon, which made me happy. The reason I drew a dragon, a little bit problematic. Anyway, so I get this box and I'm like, okay, water-based, 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 alcohol-based. They decided to give a Copic sketch, which is alcohol-based, when the rest of it is water-based. I have experimented with combining them, and I have figured out ways. I was a little nervous when I saw these, not knowing what color I got, but then I got this color, and I'm like, I can find a way. I tried really hard, and I could not find a way to combine them. I mean, honestly, these could have been in the July box because they're water-based markers. I mean, it could have matched more. This mechanical pencil, honestly, I forgot to talk about in the video. Very nice. I very much enjoyed it. And it was something that I didn't think I'd like. I normally don't like sketching with mechanical pencils, but I did enjoy it. This paper also, like, you can see it curving up still. It wasn't meant for all of this water base, because unless I'm going to do a little scribbly drawing that is just all lines, which I'm not very good at, having this many fine liners, I had to find a way. How do you spread water-based more, add water? Well, the paper that's supposed to be no show through for alcohol markers, which it wasn't, it's supposed to be multimedia, did not like the water. Like, these things on it made it pale. It was horrible. I mean, like, I did have some ripping issues with this paper, with this paintbrush, but you can put it on me a little bit. Never using this type of paintbrush, I wasn't ready for how stiff it was and how rough it'd be on the paper, so that one is on me. This, you go over this paper, you went over with these markers more than one pass and the paper was coming up. That's not necessarily user error, that is not good combo. I mean, yeah, I got this giant sketchbook that only reason it's staying closed right now is because I have things on top of it. Anyway, so I don't know, it's really hard. I mean, I feel like this didn't introduce me to anything fun. I felt annoyed getting another crimson 2 months in a row. Like, I'm just not lucky, apparently. But then you go into what the prices of it were, and I actually spent the time, and I'll put it on the screen, but I spent the time to look into every single one of the products' prices to figure it out. I did it quickly with the SketchBox when I first posted it, but I went into it in more detail. So what I paid for SketchBox with shipping was $40. SketchBox Values this box as $50.61. Now, if you are not very tech savvy and you go with the easiest thing to find of each of the things, it would be $52.54, which at first I couldn't, they listed this as cheaper. I couldn't find it cheaper. Like, and that's just me not being the best, taking the most amount of time to Google it. But even when I found cheaper prices, the value was still $45.39, which to me, when I paid only $40, yeah, I saved $5, but I saved $5 and got to try stuff that I probably would have shied away from. Like this fluid graphite, I would not have picked up. Honestly, I'm excited to try it again. It's difficult when you're trying to figure it out, but it's really cool. So, SketchBox, in my opinion, worth it. ScrawlrBox. This one was a little difficult because I couldn't find the exact paper. So I sort of found a very similar paper which had the double amount of sheets and divided by 2 to figure it out. But how much I paid in US dollars with shipping was $33.30. ScrawlrBox valued it as $36.20. The value I calculated was $38.38. So I think it's a little bit of the brush I was having a hard time finding this brush. I mean, this pipette, they overdid by so much. Like, these are so cheap. But you know what? At the same time, it got me to try something I never would have. Like, for these two, I have plans for like 3 or 4 art pieces that I can't wait to do. And it's just going to take me having the time to do it, and hopefully not wanting to record too many videos in between. I've recorded a lot since I've had all these boxes. But yeah, these I was very happy with. Value-wise, they might have not been the biggest amount of stuff for my money, but I liked how the curation of it gave me something new. ArtSnacks, on the other hand, is again problematic. $48.99 is how much I paid with the shipping. ArtSnacks valued it at $57.76. Now, I tried my best to figure out how they could value it at so much. To be honest, when I was looking through things, even if I looked for the most expensive version of all the stuff, it was still valued at $55.52. That is less than what ArtSnacks valued it at. Then on top of it, when I looked for cheaper versions, it was $41.78. That is so much less. That is still less than what I paid for. I mean, I don't know if ArtSnacks just says, you know what, people pay for shipping all the time. We're not going to try to compensate that value. I don't know what they do, what's going on in their minds. It's really frustrating to me because I feel like they're just trying to take advantage of people. I mean, they probably somehow got big sets of these Stabilo pens and the Copic sketches, and they took these sets and just broke them apart and included that. I think that's all they did. It's not as if they actually took the time to curate it. Whereas like ScrawlrBox and SketchBox, every single box is the same, and like they actually took the time. I know it's a little difficult to figure out how to blend these in with the gouache and the fluid graphite, but there's ways. Like I found a couple different ways. This one, like you can do so much. Like even at like the amount that I used on one, I've barely used any of the stuff. I didn't even use the extender, but that was on me. But this stuff, I'm like, the only reason I had something to create was from pure frustration. So I am very disappointed at ArtSnacks, and I hate to say it, but I think I'm going to be unsubscribing from them. If you think I should give them another chance, feel free to leave a comment. If you think they might pull through another month, I'm not entirely sure they're going to. I'm actually going to be going on to SketchBox website later today and signing up for a full year, so it's a little bit easier on my wallet. It decreases it. So yeah, this was very interesting comparison. Honestly, if I only had these 2 subscription boxes, I would have had a lot of fun this month. There would have been no frustration. Anyway, that's my opinion. Again, if you think ArtSnacks can do better, let me know. I haven't found anything, and a lot of reviews that I've found have been very negative. I feel like ArtSnacks uses their subscription box as a here's random things. Now, if you want more, we have them in our shop. Whereas these two are focused on the experience of the box. Again, that's my personal opinion. Anyway, I hope you look forward to what I do with these art supplies over here. They'll be on my Instagram, as well as if I feel like it, I might do another video of me using this stuff. I might do it for the SketchBox. Sometimes it's easier not to film. I can focus a little more on what I'm doing. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!